Welcome to the Sway world where peace is temporary and bad decisions are forever. If you're new here, hey girl, hey, my name is Maripanyane, but you can call me Sway or you can call me Mari. But I prefer you call me Sway. If you're a returning subscriber, hey Sway, how have you been, girl? Life has been hectic. I know. It's been hectic for all of us. Like, life is literally moving at 100 kilometers per hour, per minute, as a matter of fact. Not even an hour. Because yesterday, tell me why yesterday was Monday, Sway. Today is Tuesday. I feel like it was too quick. It was too damn quick. Like, tomorrow's, all of a sudden, it's going to be Wednesday. Like, do you understand how fast life is moving? Like, soon we're going to be in December. Soon we're going to be starting school again. Like, hello! Like, life should like slow down a bit. Like, we are going through the most. Like, it should slow down because, girl, anyways, I am so glad that you're a K-Sway. I am so excited to talk to you. And yeah, I did not call you to be here to gossip and whatnot. I called you to tell you a story time of when I smoked hookah with these other guys, not knowing that it had substances. I don't know what kind they were. Okay, not knowing it had substances. And I smoked it and went to school and fainted. That was the craziest day of my life. But anyways, make sure, before we get into the video, okay? Make sure you follow me on my other social media platforms so that you can keep up with me there when I'm not on here. It's Maripanyane on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram as well. I would prefer you guys follow me on Facebook because I'm trying to make money. Like, I am trying to make money. Like, I am locked in on all of my socials and I'm trying to make money. But follow me on my other platforms as well. But like, Facebook is like the priority right now, okay? Yeah, anyways. I have water in this cup, which I don't know where my mom bought. It's definitely not a Stanley cup, but and you know what, let me not say that, but yeah, let's get into the story time. Yay. Okay, so this had to be around the time, I think it had to be around February because it was hot as hell. I think it was around January, February, but it was most definitely summer because it gave summer because it was hot on that particular day. So it happens that, I used to go to school, using a transport or whatever. And on this particular day, I got to school like at like 7:15, whereas I had to be at school at 7:45. So I got there early, and I told my transport driver not to leave me at the school gate. Like, he should leave me at that primary that I usually find him at when it's after school. It doesn't matter, okay? But it was a distance from my school, so I wanted to just walk a little bit because I was early. There was the school that the kids from that school were not going to school because there was Olympics. I think they were running, there was sports, and some of the kids don't do sports, so they did not go to school on that particular day. And so the kids were a little, so we got to school early, and I got to school at 7 a.m. And if I go to school at 7 a.m., what am I going to do with my life? Really? Like, take out a book and study? Hell no. I'm not at school to study. No. I came there to have fun, okay? I came there to have fun, talk to my friends, relieve my stresses and traumas, and go home. As for the studying part, girl, you're losing me, okay? So, near my school, right, there's a main street that my transport takes where it can go into the street where my school is, and the gate is over there. And then there's also another street next to that main street where there's a park, and that street is quiet as hell. I could have gotten robbed. I don't know what I was doing, so I decided to take that street. And I was thinking to myself, maybe I'll find other kids that are early as well, and we can walk to school together. Maybe I know them, right? Kanti, I'm setting myself, the devil is telling me to go into that direction so that he can play with my mind. Anyways, I guess I'm fine. I take that street, I'm walking slow, whatever. At that time, my mom did not allow me to take my phone to school. And I remember there was a time where I was bad and she took my phone. I think it was around that time that she took my phone and she put it in her drawer and told me that I'm going to get it at the end of the term. I think, I'm not sure. But I did not have my phone that day, right? And also another thing, I didn't know that there were learners that were not going to school. I don't think you know what, whatever. So I'm walking in that street, you know, I'm minding my business. I'm walking slow as hell. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, like, why didn't I just take a taxi to school? Even though my mom was never gonna agree, but whatever. So I'm walking, I'm thinking about my problems, whatever. And I see these boys. These boys were from my school, okay? And for story's sake, let's take this as a joke for entertainment purposes, okay? Yeah. Those boys were from my school. So I see them, I'm thinking, hopefully I know one of those boys. Like, hopefully I know one of those boys. Because I don't want to go to school this early. Like, as slow as I was walking, time was also moving slow. And I hated that for myself. Because I was just like, you know, there are these periods that I enjoy a lot. And in that time, I hope that I would love for the time to move slow. But no, in that time, it moves fast. Now that I needed to move fast, it's moving slow. Like, girl, pick a damn side. Are you moving fast or are you moving slow? I hate it so much when time moves slow when you need it to move fast, and it moves fast when you need it to move slow. Like, time is against me. It's definitely against me. It's an up. Like, it's an up. Now I'm realizing it now. Anyways, I'm there walking to school, whatever, and I see these boys, and I realize that, damn, I don't know these boys. And mind you, these boys were, like, I think a grade higher than I was. I think at the time I was in grade 10. They were, like, in grade 12. Wait, no, I was in grade 9. Wait. Yeah, I was in grade 9. I was most definitely in grade 9. And these boys were in grade 11, 10 or 11. But I think they were in grade 11. I don't know. So I'm walking. They can see that I'm bored as hell. Mind you, it's early as hell. Like, what's going on with this one? And they were cute as hell. So obviously, I don't even look at them. Like, I'm just walking straight. And when I'm approaching them, I started walking fast or whatever. And one of them was like, "Hey, mommy, come here." I was like, "Me? I'm coming, boys. The boys have called me, and I'm coming. They have summoned me, and I'm there." So I get there, whatever, and I greet the boys like, hi. They were smoking hookah, by the way. They were smoking hookah, whatever, and they're like, "Hey, like, what's your name?" I tell them my name. They all introduce themselves. They tell me that they're not going to school, like, they're going to bank school, and they're waiting for one of the guys' mother to leave. Don't I want to come with them? I'm thinking, first of all, I just met y'all today. Just because you're a fine shit and you're from my school doesn't mean I trust you. Oh, hell no. I said that in my brain, but I was like, oh no, like, I have to go to school. Like, I have a test today. They're like, "But you know almost how school is. If you have a test and you don't write it, like, you're obviously going to write it tomorrow." I was like, yeah, nah, I'm not taking that risk. I'm not chancing it. No. Right? They're like, okay, like, don't you want to smoke some hookah? As they're telling me, don't you want to smoke some hookah, they're looking at each other and they're laughing. And I'm thinking, hey, bo, what's funny? Is the joke in the room with us? What's happening, you know? And I'm like, yeah, sure. What flavor is it? They show me the flavor, and I've smoked this flavor before. I know the flavor. But as soon as I hit that first puff, like, I smoked it, and as I'm releasing the smoke, I start coughing because what the hell is this? It's a little bit too harsh, you know? And mind you, as a high schooler, as a girl, you're trying to impress the boys. So I don't want to show these boys that, yo, like, your little hookah is a little bit harsh. You know, like, I want to act cool, like, I know what I'm doing, like, I'm with it. Okay, so I'm there smoking, and girl, these people are looking at they can see that, like, I'm going through it, but I keep on smoking. So I ask them, like, what's in this? They're like, oh, nothing. Let this be a lesson to never do things with people that you don't know, because people are naughty out here. It's people that you least expect to do certain things, they do certain things, and they do them, you know? So, like, I keep smoking, and I start to feel a little woozy, and I'm like, oh no, like, I'm okay, whatever. But I did stand with them, and I spoke with them. I think the time hit, like, 7:30, and they were like, oh, like, the friend's mother had left, so they're going, whatever. If I want to chill with them for a little bit, I can chill with them. But I was like, nah, it's okay. I want to go. Mind you, I wanted to go drink water at school because, damn, that hookah almost took my throat out. Like, my throat was burning. So I get to school, I drink a little bit of water, but remember, it's a hot day. So the sun is not really out yet, but you can feel the heat. So now, I smoked this hookah. Mind you, school started at 8, right? Our break was at 11 a.m., right? 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. and then from 12 to 2, I think, yeah, 2:30, that's when school ended, right? So I'm at school, guys. I'm feeling woozy as hell. And you, the first period was this teacher that didn't really come into class much, and I didn't care, but I was feeling woozy. Like, I was mellowed out. Like, anything and everything that somebody said to me, I couldn't even give a straight answer. Like, one of my friends turned around, almost when you're sitting behind your friend and they turn around and they try to talk to you. And I don't know what the hell she was saying. And I don't know how I managed to respond up to her, but I was responding to her. And obviously, I responded to her in a manner like, I don't really want to talk, whatever. And she got the hint and she stopped speaking to me because just, girl, I don't know what's going on with me, but dang. Next period, so our periods were an hour long. So if school started at 8, we didn't really have assembly all the time. And if we had assembly, school started at, I think, 7:45. I'm not sure, honestly. I really don't know. Yeah, I think it started at 7:45. Yeah, it started at 7:45. School started at 7:45 if we had assembly, and then at 8 was when school started, and then, right? So from 8 to 9 is first period, 9 to 10, second period, 10 to 11, third period, right? I am in that second period. Mind you, the second and third period before break was a double period. So it was chai. And this teacher decided to teach. Mind you, I'm losing my mind. I was sitting in front of her and I am so glad she didn't see me. But I was spinning and I was starting to get scared because I was like, wait, what the hell? What did I smoke? And at the same time, like, I'm scared of telling the teacher, like, hey, girl, I'm going through it. Because I'm thinking, if I tell this teacher that I smoked, first of all, I'm gonna get in trouble for smoking. Second of all, guys, I wasn't thinking that it could have been some sort of substance. I'm thinking maybe those boys put weed in there. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get them into trouble, whatever, and I was just not with it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep quiet. I'm just gonna die inside. This lady is teaching and the board is spinning. Like, it is rotating. The words are moving from left to right. Yay! My mind was playing tricks on me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was scared. So I'm looking at the board and the board is just spinning. The teacher is speaking funny. You know when she's speaking and I'm just looking at her like this and she's going like, wow, wow. That was the scariest thing ever. And I remember I was just looking at the teacher like this and she was like, she called my name and she was like, are you bored or something? I was like, no, ma'am. And I fixed my face. Mind you, my eyes are like this whole time. My eyes are like this and they're white. You know, the nice thing about people not knowing what substances are and how they make you feel is that they can never tell when you're high off of substances. Most people can only tell when you're high off weed, but not off the other substances. So my eyes are like this, and I'm just there, like, shocked. Because I remember her making a joke like, I don't understand why you're shocked. Like, you must act shocked like that when you fail at the end of the year or whatever. You know how teachers are, but whatever. So she continues teaching and she gives us an activity. My paper is blank. The words are moving. The words are jumping up and down. The words are also moving. I can't hear nothing, but I can hear everything. I hear the sounds, but I can't hear the people. Like, everybody's just going, it was the scariest thing ever, bro. Like, it was the scariest thing ever. Break time hits or whatever, and I sat in the class and I told my friends that I feel sick, like I don't feel well. They left me there and they kept on coming to check on me if like I'm okay or whatever. Good people. Mind you, I knew very well that I was high as hell, right? Sharp. After break, we go back to class, obviously, and this thing is just getting worse and worse. I feel like at this point, people could tell that, hey, like, something is up with that girl. Guys, I just made sure to sleep. And if I had to concentrate in class, I would sit like this. Mind you, this thing is just playing in my head. There was a time where I remember I could feel my head moving like this because the teacher's mouth, like I said, moves like, blah, blah. So I'm there like, I don't know how people did not notice that. I really don't know. I really don't. Mind you, it's hot. I took my blazer off already. So as mid-teaching, we get an announcement in the intercom that, hey, we need to go for an emergency assembly. I think it had to be around 12:15 or whatever. I don't remember the time. But it was during the day. Midday, 1 p.m. there. We go to the assembly and there is a learner that suicided themselves. There's a learner that killed themselves because of a boy. And girl, I honestly don't judge people that kill themselves. I don't care what you do, what you kill yourself for. It is a selfish act, but it was not cute. It was sad. There were people that were judging her like, how can you kill yourself for a boy? But you guys don't understand, guys. Sometimes we don't, as a people, we don't get love at home, and you take that and You take that and you go outside into the world, and the person that gives you the slightest bit of love, like a drop of love, you think that they love you. Next thing, they're there too for their own motives. And high school boys and high school girls, nobody really took relationships seriously. And apparently this girl probably took this guy seriously, and the guy played her, broke her heart, and girl was like, what? Nobody loves me, I'm done. And she offed herself, which was so sad, y'all. But they're saying all of that, and I didn't hear it that day, guys. I heard it when I went back to school, that so and so. I'm not laughing at the person that killed themselves. I'm laughing because I did not hear it that day. I heard it the next day, even though they told us and I was there, So they're there, moment of silence, guys. The sun is hitting me here. I don't remember what hairstyle I had, but the sun was hitting me here. It felt like I did not have hair. I was bald, and the sun is just hitting my head because my head started to spin. I felt like somebody had put my brain in a blender, and they just, it was just terrible. Next thing, they started keeping quiet, and next thing, they having that moment of silence, and I'm hearing voices. Guys, I turn around. You know what's another irritating thing is our teachers would make us stand at the assembly area, and there's no shelter, nothing. It's hot as hell, mind you, and they're standing there at the shelters. What if one child faints here because of the sun? You guys are terrible people for that. Anyways, I called her the teachers. I tell her, hey, I'm not feeling well, can I please go drink water? Because at this point I was trying to hyperventilate, like I don't feel well, and I went to go drink water because I was starting to get scared because I was hearing voices, I go drink water, and I think I made it worse because as I was coming back, guys, everything started to spin around me. I could literally feel the world moving on its axis. Alright, guys, so I take my little ass and I go back to the assembly area, and next thing I know, I'm on the floor. Remember, I'm woozy, so I didn't feel anything. I opened my eyes and I'm looking at everybody just panicking. I see people are running. I don't know what that was. I see people panicking, I see people running, and they picked me up because I was able to walk, and they took me to the office, and they asked me if I'm okay. I was like, no, I feel very dizzy, whatever. And my teachers, they called the ambulance, and I acted unconscious because I was not about to go back there, and they call the ambulance. I go to the hospital. When I get to the hospital, as soon as I regain consciousness, because I think they drained the substances out of my system, as soon as I regain consciousness and I realized that I'm back to earth, I remembered everything that happened. I'm not going to lie to you. I remembered everything that happened, but at the same time, I remembered everything that happened, but at the same time, I couldn't really remember what people were saying, but I know that we went from class A, B, C, you know what I mean? And then there was assembly, but I don't remember what people were saying. Guys, as soon as I wake up, there was a female and male police officer next to me. That's how serious it was, because now they know what was in my system, right? And, oh God. So as soon as I wake up, there's those police officers next to me. I'm like, dang, I'm in trouble because I seen them. They were outside of the ward that I was in. So as I wake up, I open my eyes, and I called the nurse because I was a little bit, I stood up, and I think that the female police officer called the nurse. They came to me, they explained to me what happened, and then they said to me, what did I take in the morning during the day at break? What substance did I take? And I was like, I took nothing. I didn't take anything. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke weed. I don't, I'm there just lying. Okay, I don't smoke. I didn't smoke weed, but I did drink, And I was like, I don't drink. I don't smoke weed. I don't do none of that. And they're like, I'm lying. What did I take? And I tell them, I don't know. What are you talking about? And they tell me that there was substance B that was found in my system. And I tell them I don't take substances. I really don't. And they're like, you better tell the truth or you're going to jail. These people are scaring me. I'm like, wait. Guys, I was about to tell them the truth. So I tell them, as I'm telling them the story, I met these guys on my way to school because I came to school early today, and those guys are smoking weed. So they asked me, who are those boys? Do I know them? As I'm about to answer, okay? As I'm about to tell these people the truth, my mom walks in mad as hell. She just walks in and you can see red. You can see that this person, if we're not in this hospital, she was going to tear me apart. And I was like, wait, listen, Sebo, I'm not about to tell the truth. I lied. And I was like, oh, hell to the no. Because first of all, I am going to get suspended with those boys. And then my mom is going to kill me. And then, hey, I don't want none of those. I don't want those problems. So you know what I do? I concoct a lie. lie. It was not necessarily a lie, but it was a lie. So I tell them, hey, like I was walking to school and I was really early and I met these boys on my way there, and I don't know these boys, but they're from a school. So I know that in that community there are kids who are in the school that's a little bit further from where we are, if that makes sense. I tell them it's boys from that particular school. I don't know them. One of them was asking me out and they asked me if I wanted to smoke, and I smoked with them. And I have never really smoked hookah before, but I've taken like 1 or 2 puffs and I know the flavor that they were smoking, and that flavor did not taste anything like what I was used to. And I took a couple of puffs. They're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, I don't know, like maybe they had mixed drugs. I mean, they had mixed the substance and the flavor, that's why it was so harsh or whatever. They're asking me like, why didn't I report it to a teacher? I'm like, why would I report it if I already done the stuff, you get? And you know, my mom was just standing there quiet, and you can see that this girl is just furious. She doesn't want to say anything because she knows whatever's coming out of my mouth is a lie, you know. So I tell them, like, you know, during break you guys can ask my friends, like I was not well, whatever. So I remember that very same day I got discharged, whatever, and I was given pills. And I went to the school. The following day I went to the school with the police officers, and we kept on going class to class with these random boys asking me if I recognized them, and I kept on saying no. Mind you, the guys are in my school. The guys are in my school, so I don't know who these boys are. They don't know who I am. So I can only imagine they just kept on being like, can you see them? I was like, no, I really can't recognize them. And they eventually let me go, Shame. They were like, you know what, just don't do that ever again. And next time you do stuff with people, make sure you see their faces so that they can get into trouble, because using substances as kids is not okay. And I was like, yeah. And they gave me a whole lecture. As for my mom, guys, my mom was not mad. You know, I'm surprised. She was not mad because I obviously shifted the blame. You know how sometimes parents are a little bit delusional? They refuse to believe that their kids are bad kids. So my mom wasn't mad or whatever. And, you know, when we got home, I explained the story to her, and she also gave me another lecture on why you shouldn't smoke things that you don't know, why you shouldn't smoke, period, why you even smoke, yada. And when I got to school, guys, I did get suspended for 7 days. Well, a week, like a whole week, because my principal told me straight. It was like, I know you know those people, and I know you're lying, but I'm just going to suspend you for causing a disruption. You know, he said it was a disruption, but he told me he wanted to teach me a lesson, because he knows I know who I smoked with, and I know exactly who the people are. And I was like, well, he's like, I might have smoked unknowingly that there are substances in there, but the fact that I don't know who they are, noise. And yeah, guys, I was suspended for 7 days, and I told my mom what had happened, and my mom was like, that principal is crazy, but it is what it is. And I was like, yeah. And that's the end of that. And guys, I never spoke to those boys ever in my life again, because for one, I feel like I never spoke to them because I felt like, you know, maybe one day they're going to trap me again and make me do substances, and this time it's going to be worse. Number two, they also, like, I spoke to them the first day, like we greeted each other, but it was just a matter of like, let's just never speak to each other again, because one of us might just slip up and tell somebody that, hey, I know exactly what happened on that day, and then we get into trouble. So we never spoke again. But yeah. Anyways, guys, and that's the end of the story time. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, leave a comment down below on your thoughts, or tell us your crazy story that happened in high school. And also, if you like seeing my face and you like my stories, don't forget to subscribe. And also, again, follow me on my other social media platforms, Maripanyane on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. But I would prefer you follow me on Facebook because we're trying to make that coin, okay, girl? Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video, probably next month, maybe next year, who knows? But, you know, follow me on my other social media platforms so that, you know, we can chat over there. And if you want me to really come back, you'll follow me, and so you can hold me accountable. Does that make sense? I haven't drank my water ever since this damn video started, and that's how much I love talking. But anyways, bye babies, stay lit, stay bad, be gang till the next video.